For this reason, our assessment of today only covers the last 4 years. The document summarizes the reasons for our defeat in 10 points. Our message of choice did not work, and the opponent proved to be much more attractive. We have been winning all the way. We believed in our victory. We did not realize the advantages of the opponent in time. Therefore, we did not carry out any campaign strategy or campaign tactical corrections. Our strategy of choice remained flawed. We made 3 wrong assumptions. Participation does not go above the previous peak. Therefore, our assessments and our systems of predicting results have failed. I will now quote the words of the German Chancellor. Do not get me wrong. These are not the words of the German Chancellor of the 1930s, but the words of the present one. He quoted them. For example, we have caused losses to Moscow. The war will only end if Russia withdraws economically or militarily. He also quotes Hungary. 9 times. The sanctions of the war and Brussels blocked economic growth throughout Europe. The task of the national government, regardless of the election results, in the past 4 years has been or would have been to find a policy that is successful in spite of the general economic decline in Europe and that results in tangible economic growth for the people. I have to admit to you that I did not find this path. My government could not create this strategy. It is true that in the member states of the Union, parties with government responsibility play a bad role in the elections, and they do not find the strategy of good economy either. Only Poland, which is growing in trust, but this is not an option for us. After we could not develop a general economic growth policy, we took a different path. You have achieved fantastic victories with great campaigns. You have enchanted a 4 times 2/3 majority parliament behind the government. If necessary, you have supported it. If necessary, you have helped it out of trouble. If necessary, we would not have been able to get the economy out of the economic gutter in 2010. If necessary, we would not have had a Christian national government. If necessary, we would not have had the largest family policy and tax system in Europe today. If necessary, we would not have had a migrant-free Hungary today, and if necessary, we would not have been able to remain neutral in the Russian-Ukrainian war either. There were 16 years for Hungary when it was not only free, but also sovereign, when the Hungarians did not suffer from the work of the foreigners, but the Hungarians suffered. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But my friends, there was a price to pay for this, a heavy price. The support of the government has increased the community value of Fidesz. Between 2022 and 2010, we were a community-driven party in opposition, as it should be, and in times of opposition, we did not even need the leadership of the Undersecretary General. Now we need a wider presidency. We need information, intentions, initiatives to move up and down without obstacles. And we need a flexible, horizontal spread. Our organizational order should be simple, transparent, and should rather free up energy than appear as a bureaucratic obstacle. Our plan is to create a presidency of 28 members. The mayors of the county will automatically be members of the national presidency. This is our suggestion. The president of the election should be there, the leader of our European delegation and the parliamentary faction. Our president should be there so that we can hang the staff on someone's neck, and we should elect 4. Let him be the head of the staff, and we should elect 4 undersecretaries who are capable of recharging the community batteries of Fidesz. Every government, even the last 4 years, has been a government that respects the law. We stayed true to our oath, we kept the rules of the law, and we kept them. We followed clear rules against the business world. Everyone had to abide by the laws, we had to pay taxes, and we had to give people work. In spite of the voice, and of course the digital attacks, these do not replace the truth. From the newly publicized asset investments, the whole country knew that the representatives of Tisza are rich. In the past 16 years, they have become richer than the representatives of Fidesz. They have taken over the leadership in luxury. The BMWs of gifts are flying. Minister Maserati is smoking, and our representatives can only appear. The recent investigation of embezzlement, the conceptual proceedings, the forcefulness, and the unimaginable powerlessness of self-rule will all eventually become our advantage. Honorable Congressman, the government will be in a slowly hurting relationship with the whole country. Honorable Congressman, dear friends, old and new colleagues, I thank you for your trust. I have never concealed the fact that I consider the creation of a sovereign Hungary to be my personal mission. I have always thought of Fidesz and KDNP as the target of a sovereign Hungary, as a community of comrades who are ready to sacrifice decades for it. We founded Fidesz in 1988. We have been waiting for 22 years for the history to give us the opportunity, to give us the power of government, so that in addition to freedom, we can gain the sovereignty of our beloved country. We have not only waited, but we have worked for it for 22 years, practiced and prepared for it. Our time has come in 2010. Seeing what is happening in the world, I felt that this is Hungary's last chance before joining and defeating the unyielding force of the Western globalist liberal world. I knew that we would need 20 years. I did not foresee everything, but I knew that it would be painfully difficult. The migration invasion came, the COVID epidemic, and the war also arrived. In spite of the problems, Hungary fought well for 16 years, but the majority dropped their weapons in April. I have no illusions. I know our opponents. I know what awaits Hungary. Liberals who have come to power open their doors. Foreigners come and tear Hungary apart. My friends, I also know that, like the Fidesz must also take part in the generational change. Let the young people, the 40s and the 30s, who are willing to devote 30-40 years of their lives to serving their country, work as prime ministers so that this can happen as soon as possible and a new era can begin in the life of the Fidesz. That is why I asked you to give only 1 year of trust. I considered it a matter of honor to say it after the defeat, but not to stand up for it. I consider it a matter of honor to give the Fidesz as an organized, modernized, and winning party to the young people, and I will do this work. So I will do it. You know, all of you have known me for a long time. I do not betray, and you have not taken the cat out of the bag with me. You know that I have no desire to change. I will not make a half or a full revolution. I will not go to parties here and there. I will never back down. I am Kuruk, and I am only interested in national politics. Neither money, nor European positions, nor international recognition matter. I do my job, I serve my country, I live here and there as best I can. So far, I have not been caught. I have no ambition. I do not care about glory or fame. I have no wealth, but I have a good life plan. and I can be sure that I will not ruin it in the end.